Hey, I'm Asti.
And I'm Vanessa.
And welcome to Invyted In, the podcast where we're spilling the tea on all your favourite influencers.
So each week we're going to be bringing you the juiciest goss with the influencers on our platform who are absolutely killing it at social media. So whether you're an influencer yourself or you're thinking about just getting started, welcome, you're invited in.
A massive thank you to our amazing sponsor, Premier Podcast Studios, for bringing you this episode. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Invyted In. We are super excited today to have the amazing Shalishah joining us. For the
Thanks for having me.
Super excited.
Not me clapping for myself. Yay.
Sorry, we just sat there smiling at you as you clapped for yourself.
Why did I do that?
Yeah. We love it. We love it. Super excited. Yeah, to delve into.
I'm so excited to be here, honestly.
Yeah.
Such a cute setup. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. So how we normally start our episodes is we get our guests to basically just explain a bit about who you are, what you do, and how you kind of got into being a creator.
Amazing. So yeah, my name's Shalishah. I first of all started my journey of like creating as an influencer. At beginning stages, I kind of was just doing mainly like fashion and beauty, and it was quite new. I feel like I've not been like one of the OGs, but I kind of started my journey like quite early, and so when Instagram kind of was just coming out. And I feel like people didn't really know how to use us in terms of marketing. So I was very much the sort of person to kind of like go out and I guess manifest the lifestyle I kind of wanted and manifest the brands I wanted to work with until obviously they started noticing me. And then my following definitely grew through like just doing loads more fashion content and so forth. And then I kind of hit like a sort of roadblock where I was like, I love how I'm creating, but I still don't think it's kind of like stretching me. And that's where I kind of developed my passion for DJing. And I just, I can't imagine doing anything else, to be honest. Like I wish I started it sooner. And now I'm just behind the decks, living my best life.
And would you say like from when you first started out kind of being a creator, obviously you've been kind of a creator on Instagram for years now, now kind of spreading across other platforms, of course, but how do you think like the landscape has changed in terms of like being a creator? Like, do you think is it easier now? There's a lot more creators out there, or how would you say?
It's kind of like I feel like it's easier because I think everyone's obviously now calling themselves a creator.
Very true. Very true. Everyone wants to be an influencer.
Everybody wants to be an influencer. Like you post a picture of your coffee and I'm an influencer.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no shade in that because I think it's great that now people are embracing the fact that you can basically be your own boss, you can be creative, you can just love what you want to love and show it to everybody. I think that's a very, very important sort of like strategy. I think it's great. And I think if you're going to be marketing, why not use the people that actually will use your products? I think it's perfect. But in a way, it has made things very saturated because of the fact that you kind of do get those moments where everybody now is creating. There's so much competition. How do you stand out? How do you get that job ahead of someone that probably is doing it the same but possibly cheaper or better? Like it has made things, I guess, a bit more crowded to kind of move around in the room. Yeah. But it's a good thing. I guess it shows that you're doing a good job because other people wanted to do it as well. So, yeah.
Cool. I'm actually like sort of interested. I want to go back a little bit, back to when you first started off. Yeah. Rewind. Was that another ick? Oh my gosh.
No, that was great. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Okay, so back to your fashion days when you first started. What were you doing when you were doing Instagram? Were you like working full time and then doing Instagram? And also, what was that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was working full time. So back history of me, I used to work for the NHS, not a nurse.
Oh, okay.
If you were choking right now, you would be dead because I haven't got any experience in that. I'm an admin girly. So I basically worked my way up from like through management, did project management as well, did a little bit of comms and PR with the head office of NHS. That's kind of what I literally just quit like a year ago. And so I was just an NHS girly, but I just always had that Bratz passion for fashion.
I love that.
Hashtag jokes. I always did. So I always knew that I wanted to be creative from, I remember in high school, I did like a fashion show and made everyone like audition like I was Tyra Banks.
Oh my God.
I love that.
So really cool. So I always knew that I wanted to like be in that creative industry. And at that point, obviously I was like, working, and I was like buying clothes from like PLT, from Boohoo, from I Saw It First, and just tagging the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Until obviously they saw it, and like my followers obviously started growing, and like, literally they was like, we want to work with you. But honestly, when I look back at those pictures, they are so awful.
Well, they have to be awful, don't they? But like they're
Whenever
appropriate at the time.
it looks like an old thing, you're like, what was I doing?
I'm like, what was that wig I was wearing? I thought I was Kylie Jenner, but I was Kylie Jenner on a whole different budget. Like, it was bad. It was so bad.
Do you remember your first like brand collaboration then? The first one that came
I
in?
think it was with I Saw It First, actually. And this was like way before they were like sponsoring Love Island. And I remember, I think the site, I shouldn't laugh, but their site, I think no one probably only had like 20 items on there at the point when I was like, obviously like tagging them and stuff. And obviously now they've grown into this like massive sort of thing.
Oh,
and, like,
you helped them out.
Yeah.
You
were there
One
at
girl
the
band. Yeah.
Without me, they would never have sponsored Love Island. Joking, though. But like, I remember, it was like kind of like that, and I was buying their stuff because I thought their stuff was amazing. And then they offered me a collaboration, and we managed to like basically grow from when I was collaborating with them in Ibiza, when I was like sponsoring. What was it? What was that? I can't remember what it's called. That beach club. O Beach, is it O Beach?
O Beach.
Yeah. And I literally was doing collaborations with them. So like,
Wow.
it was
so
quite
sick.
cool.
That's
so
amazing.
interesting.
Yeah.
And then like, when did it kind of switch? When you've obviously always had a passion for kind of music and the whole DJ space, but like, did you just suddenly thought, oh, now I'm going to be posting that type of stuff and use my page to grow that?
It was kind of weird because I had wanted to DJ, like, so my ex from like, now, like 8 years ago, he was a DJ. And at that point, I think when I was dating him, I was like, 20, 21. And like, I was confident, but I wasn't as confident. I was still kind of like finding myself, like the thought of like people staring at me was just like insane. Whereas now I'm like, stare on. So obviously the ego has definitely like shriveled in size. But he was like telling me to like go and DJ, because there was definitely like not a lot of female DJs back then. But I was just like, oh, I don't know. But like, it was always planted from, let's say like maybe like, 8 years ago. Yeah. And then as I said, I think I went to a, I let me not name drop, but I went to an event and it was great, but I literally just felt so like, I felt like the odd one out. I don't know. It's just kind of like the excitement that I got from attending those sort of events just wasn't there anymore. And I was a bit like, I kind of came back and I was like, I need to find something that makes me tick. Because I mean, work was just work. It was help me get my flat. So I was like, that's great. Yeah. But it wasn't like giving me the energy of what I had when I was like hustling and reaching out to brands and everything like that. I was like, I'm just not feeling that inspired anymore. And then obviously as I kind of like thought about it, and I remember when I like booked my first studio session at Pirate, and I was an awful fucking mixer, like it was terrible, but I just had some energy in me. It literally felt like I found love. It was honestly, it was like the most, I swear to God, it was the most insane thing. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm a DJ. Like, this is like what I'm meant to be doing.
That's so nice. You like had a moment where you were just like, this is it for me. Yeah.
I've never found that in a person. Like, God help us. Like, not yet anyway. But like, literally, no, I haven't. I
found it. You found love in being a DJ.
Who needs love when you got the DJ?
Exactly.
Music. Yeah.
I was like,
that's amazing.
Yeah. I feel so inspired now. Like,
oh my God, everyone just be a DJ.
Yeah, I'm just sort of like, that's not even the decks over there. You can't even see like podcast stuff.
She's like, she sees flashing lights. Just go and play on that.
Try.
That's sick. Oh. I can see you being like trying out doing
so.
DJing. So.
I can see both of you doing like back to backs, like at your event.
I don't know if you'd be any good.
That would be awful.
I'll just be there like, I did not recommend them. Sorry.
We'd have a whale of a time.
Honestly, I'll be taking on everyone's request. That'll probably be better than what I'm doing. I'll be like, oh, okay.
And they'll be like, I've asked you, where are we going with it? Like, what is going on?
That's amazing though. Now that's your full-time thing.
That's my full-time thing as of May last year. I quit my job and I literally was just like, I'm going for it. Has not been an easy journey at all. I would literally be lying if I told you like it's been smooth sailing. But I think that's kind of like what I said, of what makes a difference in life. Like when you have to hustle and fight for something, yes, you get those moments where you're just like, was I smart? Did I do this like for a good reason? But like when, like for example, like when I get like certain bookings that I just never could have imagined, I literally am just like, this is like a pinch me moment. This is insane. And it makes everything worth it. So
that is so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, on that like topic of bookings, I mean, I guess in the music industry, but also just with brands in general, is there any brands specifically or bookings that you want to collaborate with? Is there like a wish list?
There's like a big ass
yeah.
wish
Big wish
We
list.
want to know.
like,
You got to put it out there
You
because
can
then we can tag
name
them.
drop them. Maybe they'll be listening.
You never know, and I'll be like, yes, we want you.
We want you.
I mean, I would love to do Ushuaia. Like that would be like just insane. Tomorrowland would be insane.
Oh my god!
Can you
if
imagine?
you go, can we be invited?
100%.
Oh my God, please. We are there.
100%.
Yeah, we're supporting our gal.
100%. I'm trying to think what else. Boiler Room would be amazing as well.
Oh, I can really see you on that.
I can see me too.
Yeah.
Boiler Room,
Well,
if you're watching.
manifesting.
Oh,
Okay, so that's amazing. I feel like you've also done like what if you were allowed to say like any of the ones that you've done so far that you're like super proud of.
Of course. So I work quite closely with Virgin Voyages. So they like fly me out to Miami, and I'm going to be working with them again for New Year's as well. So
Oh my
it's
god!
That's
like,
sick.
no,
That's
it's
actually
really
sick.
massive. Like, I'm
Yeah.
honestly like for such like a big company, and they kind of like took a massive risk on me because of the fact that like compared to. I shouldn't really compare myself because I mean, like, how long you've been doing something doesn't obviously wager how talented you are or not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of is like what it is. But I kind of caught their attention through like using social media. So I worked with them as an influencer anyway. Was invited onto the cruise lines to just obviously take pictures and get drunk.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what we do. But then I took I had like these little baby like DJ decks, and I basically DJ'd like on the balcony, and like
That's a little subtle.
a little subtle like
Yeah,
I can do this.
it's what I do.
So and thankfully the videos did quite well. So I was like playing like my mixes and stuff like that, like and tagging them, and the girls that do the PR were like absolutely amazing because I literally like sent them the videos. I was like, I would love to DJ for you guys, and they gave me like an amazing like handover email to the music manager, and had a meeting with them, and they was like, yeah, we've listened to your mixes, like we'd love to get you on board, like with I think they were doing an activation with Heineken, which was like insane.
Oh my
And
gosh!
they literally was like, yeah, we wasn't too sure like where to fit you, but like maybe we could start you off here, like do a week in Miami with Heineken. And I was like, yeah,
Okay, I'll be there.
sign me up.
amazing.
And I
It's
literally,
amazing.
and since then, like obviously it went really well. And they booked me like I think for another 2 little routes.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm so
Really, really
impressed.
good.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I want to go. We were actually talking about this in the
Oh
last
my God, yeah,
on another
100%.
episode. We were like, I want to go on a holiday on the Virgin Voyages. On the
I mean,
cruises.
if you need the PR, I've got you. Don't worry.
I know because I was invited to one, and then I was like, oh, it's just during the week. It's just
Why?
I'm a bit busy.
Girl,
Just too busy.
This girl's
I
like,
can't.
like,
I
too
can't.
busy.
I got my team. I can't leave
I might
them.
just bring them with you. It's like,
We've got team
This
trip,
is work.
team
This
trip.
is work. Yeah.
Team trip. We'll be
Exactly.
there next one. There's one in like a couple of weeks, I think. A bit last minute, but
go.
yeah. No, I was actually going to ask. I know we've spoken briefly about it, but do you now obviously use your social following to like get you bookings and things? I'm sure it massively helps.
100%.
Yeah.
It definitely does help. I mean, that's kind of how I landed like my first ever booking.
Yeah.
So I was like, basically I was booked to do like this like festival. I'm not too sure how it would have like gone in terms of like the layout or anything like that because it got cancelled. But I'm like massive into like the universe and tarots and everything like that. So I had a tarot reading and it said that this weekend you're going to get like a great business opportunity and it's going to be like basically a launch into like your career and anything like that. And I was like, well, this has been cancelled. Like something has to happen. And I literally was in Shoreditch actually and with like a work friend of mine at the time. And we got stopped by these girls and they literally said to us, oh, do you want to come and have like a free drink around the corner at this new bar? And I was like, free drink? Of course, let's go. That's all you need
No
to do.
questions asked.
Free drink and free food and I'm there,
Yeah.
period. And literally went there, saw there was like DJ decks there. So I literally went to the bar manager and I was like, I'm like a really good DJ and I would love to DJ here. Like, do you guys know who books the DJs, XYZ? And he's like, like the guy who's books DJs is going to be here like in a couple hours, like wait, So obviously he came and I was like, yeah, like I'm a great DJ. Like I love to be here. And he obviously showed him my following. Obviously my followers are like decent. So he was like, wow, you're a big DJ. Like these times I think I probably only had like 3 videos of me like DJing in the studio, like just obviously hyping myself up. And he's like, yeah, you're a big DJ, like do DJ hip hop. FYI, I'm a house DJ, like mainly, but obviously I could do everything now. But at that point, I was not hip hop. Like I did not train myself in hip hop.
Yeah.
And so how long ago was this?
It was like last year. Was it last year? No, year before last September.
Okay. Yeah.
And literally I was there like, yeah, I'm a massive hip hop fan. Like I can play anything. And he's like, cool. Well, Friday, like we've got a booking for you. So like, literally like 2 days. And I was like, I ran upstairs, rang my sister, and I was like, oh my God, Sham, I'm shitting myself. Like I literally just said to this guy, I can DJ hip hop. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, look, listen to other DJs, like see how they mix it. You'll be fine. Yeah. And then that became like my residency, like literally for a good 3 months.
No way.
No.
Oh God, I love that.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you just, why not? Like, you could have so easily said no, but like,
I was like, you have to say
yes
to everything.
Say yes to everything.
Say
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can totally imagine like the imposter syndrome first going into it. But like, look, you made it. Honestly, for like 2 months.
I'm an imposter.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, that's amazing though.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You have to, because like, look, if you forever keep yourself like sort of like in a box and you keep telling yourself, you know what, I can't do this until I get to this stage or until I'm like 5 years in the industry, which is what I find a lot of people who have been in like DJs or in that industry have done to themselves because they literally measure up to like other people that maybe like, I remember there was a guy that I met and he's like, you know, between us, we've all got like 20 years of experience, which is great. And I can't wait to get to that stage, but I would never tell someone else who's just starting on their journey that they need to get to 20 years of experience in order to achieve X, Y, and Z. I would tell them like, you know what, if you've got a passion and you're good at what you do, delude yourself and no, but it's the truth. You have
that's
to.
a slogan right
Yeah.
there. I need that
Delude
printed out.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
you'll
amazing.
never-
Put
you'll
it
never
in my
reach
room
it.
or house somewhere.
You
Yeah.
have to.
No, I
You've got a
agree.
glow
You
light.
need to
delude yourself.
Delude yourself. But you have to, because like if I told myself,
you're never gonna get anywhere if you still think
wouldn't
that
have
there's
done it.
you need like experience and stuff.
I'm feeling so inspired.
be deluded, guys.
Okay. Favorite brand you've worked with and why?
So I would say from a fashion perspective, even just from lifestyle, I actually don't know.
Yeah, across any.
Just across any, I actually don't know. I
Or
probably,
even like best event you've been to, could be that.
I mean, you guys, Obby.
Stop.
Of course.
Is this a trick question? Okay, I'm thinking, I remember I went to this really cool like PLT party. That was quite fun.
Ooh, yeah.
But do you know what? I feel like there's just like a lot of just really cool events that I've been to. So like to kind of like whittle it down into one would be like super, super hard.
Yeah.
But I love my life. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it's super fun. Yeah.
That's amazing.
cool.
You've created a life that you love and
love
you get
it.
to go to like amazing events, get to DJ at the
DJ.
coolest places.
drink tequila.
Yeah.
Like, what more could you want?
Yeah.
God, I need to like
You're living the
swap
life.
my life with you just to like see what it's
Just
actually
come
like.
join me,
Honestly.
babes.
Yeah.
If you see me out, just be like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And I'll be like, oh my God, she saw me. But yeah, no, I love it all, to be fair. Like, I feel like my favourite fashion brand to work with probably be Revolve. Like, it's still one that I kind of am like working with at the moment.
Revolve, yeah.
And I
Revolve.
think like manifesting, put it out there, like I would love to do like Coachella with them and like DJ with them, like in their little like.
Oh my God, do it.
Another
I'm
one.
like,
Bring us
I'm
to.
just
Coachella
gonna
next
put it
year.
out there.
Coachella next year.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So I'm kind of like trying to work out ways to like incorporate it similar to how I've done with other brands. So yeah, but they're quite cool because I've kind of like had to cut down on some of the brands I work with from a fashion perspective because I was getting a lot of feedback with people being like, so are you just an influencer that DJs? But like now, obviously, like changing like the fact that the content that I put out there, like not much lifestyle, it's just obviously more like my work and what I do. Yeah. People now are like, oh, you're a DJ. Like, and I'm like, thank you. I'm getting recognized. This is cool.
Nice.
Not the pause.
Okay, since we're talking about brands, what about the worst brand? Have you ever had any, I don't know, horror stories, any crazy brand experiences? We'd love to delve into.
I have.
Something.
Oh,
okay.
okay. This is juicy. I can tell it's juicy.
You don't need to name the
I
brand.
know,
if you
I
don't
write
want
no
to,
job
but-
because they definitely would cancel me and that would be very awful, especially now this is my life. So I would just kind of like say in terms of just what makes a bad brand to work with. I will just generalize it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just when people are just unorganized. Like I can't deal with unorganized stuff. And on this particular one, it was like I was with them for quite a long time, in terms of going to be working with them for quite a long time. And it was just super unorganized, and they kind of made promises that they didn't keep to.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And it's just like, I just prefer manage expectations, don't over fluff like what you can give to a creator or someone that you're working with. And yeah, so it just kind of got a bit awkward, to be honest. And like, it had to have a bit of dispute in terms of pay as well. Ooh. It was just a very like awkward one. But like, I guess having experiences like that just kind of helps in terms of developing your character and also just what your boundaries are. So going into something green isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it means that when a situations like that does happen, that you know to kind of put precautions in place. So for example, maybe like getting someone to look over like contracts, being well versed with how you what you sign. Thankfully, I always have been, so they couldn't trip me up on that regard.
Yeah, it's so bad when
I
brands
was
try and like get out of the contract site or the agreement. Or
do you know what I mean? I'm just like, no, hun, like you're the one that wrote this. I signed it based on the fact that I saw that I had like loopholes that I could get through if there was any problems. But like, and just making sure that you put on your invoice, like, was it delayed fees?
Fair. That's a really good tip.
That's
especially
actually
for like
a very
creators.
good tip. Yeah.
Because like, especially with the fact like now I'm like literally living off of my invoices. It's like when I get the fact 30 days, design of art, sometimes people literally stretch it to 30 days and you're like, okay, great. I have made X amount this month, but I won't be seeing it until next month. And other people like, there's even like some bookings that I've had like I'm still waiting for.
Yeah,
and it's
honestly,
just like
late payments are the worst.
It's just like, oh my God, this is insane because this is actually like what I'm having to live off. So yeah, putting together like on an invoice saying there's a 10% fee if you're late and then additional days, it helps because either they'll just pay it or they will like they'll have to pay more.
Yeah, they have to pay more. Yeah.
No one's mad at that.
That's a
really
good piece
good
of
tip.
advice. Because I think like, definitely in the creator industry, like it's like a known thing that like brands pay late.
All the time.
So
just
not good.
Thank you so much.
It's just like annoying,
And you have to take it with a smile as well because obviously you want to work with them again.
Yeah, exactly. It's so hard. You're like, please can I be
it's
paid?
okay that you're making me poor right now. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Any other like crazy stories or even things that you've heard, or is it just more logistical kind of admin?
Yeah, I think it's just more logistical stuff. Like I obviously have heard like stuff on TikTok and everything like that, but obviously I can't really speak because I wasn't really there. But I think like, in terms of, I just say like anyone that obviously is wanting to work with brands or businesses, like yes, obviously get your information and like, you know, if I'm working with a particular company and I'm DJing for them, like other DJs probably would have worked with them before, like even when you're like trying to sign with agencies, it's kind of good to get your background knowledge because once you're tied in with them, like I never go exclusive with an agency because it's unfair as a freelancer to just be exclusive with one.
Yeah, I was going to ask actually, like, you've ever been part of an agency?
Yeah, so from like an influencer standpoint, I actually used the model, so I was part of.
Amazing!
Why does that not surprise me?
Don't be so shocked, guys. I'm like, oh my God, what am I, a troll? I'm joking. But I did when I was like literally just kind of getting into things, and that was fun. Like. I was exclusive to them and that wasn't too bad, but like it was kind of one of those things where like when you're new you get all the jobs and then when you kind of become part of this furniture you're like having to fight for your thing, and like obviously because more and more people can see that you're signed as an agency, so it gets like really popular, X, Y and Z.
Fine.
However, like from like an influencer standpoint, I always just did things by myself. Like I didn't really want people like taking a fee of my.
Honestly, I'm the same. I've always stayed away from agencies, even because it's just like, unless you obviously are getting lots of deals and you need help on the negotiation or like all of the admin side, then like of course it makes sense. But I agree, I like negotiating myself.
I like negotiating myself. I like getting that sort of relationship with them, and I feel like it works better because it's like when I go to events now, like they know me, they don't know me of a collective group. Do you know what I mean? Like people be like, oh my God, Shalishah. And I like having that personal like sort of like relationship with people, building up that rapport, because like A, you can get more deals, B, they will keep you in mind because they actually know you and you've taken the effort to kind of obviously talk to them. it's just, yeah, it just makes more sense. And from a DJ perspective, I'm part of like a female DJ agency, which is like really cool. It's really empowering. And like, I love the owner, China. Shout out to China. Like what she's doing in terms of obviously like piloting like female DJs, making sure that we get paid really well. Like, I think, it makes sense to me, like, to be honest. I'm not exclusive because she understands that as a DJ, like, you need to have several ways of basically getting money. So she's a very fair agent, agency to kind of be a part with, and like we all kind of support each other. So it's just, it's quite nice, to be fair.
Sick. What's the agency called?
It's called We Run the World Female DJ Agency.
I love that.
That is good.
It's very cute.
Yeah, I think that's definitely helpful to help you get you into other things.
Yeah,
as well.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's cute. But I'm all for agencies, but just kind of like do your background research with it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I have heard some like things about like agencies, hasn't there? And people move around quite a lot. So there's obviously something going on. But
Yeah. I mean, also, you never know where these connections will like land. Yeah. Always good to have that. Okay. So what advice would you give to people who want to become influencers?
Don't do it, I'm joking. No.
She just wants a whole niche. Yeah.
I would say, like, as I think I've kind of been saying, like, be delusional, like, believe in your own juice, because the more you kind of like second guess yourself, doubt yourself, compare yourself to other people that might be doing the same thing as you, the more you're gonna kind of just cave yourself in, and you won't actually be able to like be creative. Like, literally, if you think something's a good idea, just go out and just do it, because even if it is a shit idea, you'll kind of get to learn that, and it's all part of the learning process. I feel like the best creators are the ones that actually create. If you're overthinking, you're not creating. If you're like comparing, you're not creating. You're spending too much time looking at other people, and you won't ever be that person, unfortunately. Like,
did you ever feel, when maybe this happened when you were first creating content, did you ever feel like that sort of like cringe, like feeling inside when you're putting out the content?
I do now when I look back at my stuff.
Oh,
like,
but when you were doing it at the time, you didn't.
At the time, I thought I was Kylie Jenner.
You were
I
so
legit
delulu.
thought I was. No, I'm being dead serious. I looked. You know how obviously on Instagram you can like look back at your stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So I looked back and I was like, because I would be talking to Cam like, "Hi guys, so today I just got sent this box from," and I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, stop it. Like, who? I was like, why do I still have friends? Like, why didn't you tell me? I remember I told my sister, I was like, why didn't you tell me I look like that? She's like, I did try, but you...
no way.
She's like, I did try, but you just didn't want to listen. I was
I
like,
think it's good. I know that's a good mindset. You know, it's where it's made your account become very
clearly, some people liked it and they stuck around.
Yeah.
But like, when I look back at my content, I'm like, oh my God, like, why did you do that? But as I said, I had to do it because of the fact that, you know, it got me to where I am now. Now I can be a little bit more, I don't know. I like the fact I have to work so hard, but I can be a little bit more laid back in how much I have to push, because of the fact that obviously I'm still growing. I still want to hit numbers like that are bigger than what I'm hitting right now. But I'm just kind of do it in a less in your face sort of way.
Yeah.
More
organic growth.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On that though, I'm now really curious. Like, what goals do you have for your social page? Do you have any like personal goals?
Yeah, 100%. So I really want to get into like producing. So that's kind of like my next step in terms of like DJing. So I want to get to that stage where I just have like an insane like fan base where they all follow me die hard.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Brazil, they're like booking flights to go to Brazil.
That's us.
You got
I will be getting you guys t-shirts with my face on. I don't think you know, but it's going to be there, and it will have Invyted at the back, and I'll be like, yes, whatever. But like literally, so I feel like I want to have like a following that reflects that, like that number. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to limit it, but that's kind of like my goal, I think.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be your next gig. And just like delving a bit deeper into I know I asked about horror stories about the creative world, but like, are there any like, I don't know, industry secrets that you want to spill about the DJ world? Like being obviously a female DJ, it's how is it? Anything you want to spill?
You're like, guys are really getting me in trouble today. I'm joking. No. Do you know what it is? Like, I actually think the DJ world is a lot nicer than the influencer world. I mean,
Okay.
it could be because I'm only like
Interesting, yeah.
touching the surface of it
Yeah.
all. But I feel like when I kind of was getting in, people were like really nice to me. When I started doing better, that's when I kind of started seeing people being a bit like, okay, so she's actually sticking at this. Like, you know, but I think, I think that's just with everything, to be
Yeah,
fair.
they're
Like,
jealous.
there's
It's
always
just
going to be
competition.
people that will be like, oh, so you're actually going to be competing. Like, you wasn't just here for summer, like type vibes. So I think like in terms of industry, you have to, just with everything, just be selective. Like, it is the truth that not everyone's going to be your friend. Like, people will be friendly, but as soon as you obviously start posing as a threat, that either will try and see like what you're doing, or they'll try and dampen you by maybe blocking you out of things and not wanting to include you with stuff. But I think that's where like, people like my sister, like my friends have been like super, super supportive, because I will vent about stuff and be like, what the hell am I doing wrong, as to why people aren't like receiving me in a way that like I'm actually genuinely being nice. I'm genuinely here like happy to help people. If someone was to sit down with me and say, I want to be a DJ, like what can I do? I'm more than happy to like help them.
Yeah.
But other people, I guess, don't really have that same sort of ideology.
Think about themselves.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like you just have to be selective and make sure that you've got your own sort of crowd backing you, because not everybody's going to back you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sounds like you got a solid foundation though.
I think I like to
Strong
think
support
so.
system.
Like, and it's
Yeah.
generally only because I'm okay with kicking people out. I know that sounds terrible, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very like protective of my energy, and because I know I'm quite an empath. So if I can feel that there's an off vibe, then I will have an off vibe and be like, oh, something just doesn't feel right. And I hate not feeling right. I like to just feel like, okay, we can get through this, whatever. Because as I said, like being a freelancer is full of so many ups and downs, like where you need to have a constant somewhere. So yeah, I feel like when I kind of can see that something's like a bit odd in my group, I'm happy to address it. And if it's not working, just to,
Yeah.
you know, go
Escape.
let it go.
Yeah,
like, you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
Amazing.
That's
a
lot
good
of years of
mindset,
learning that. Yeah. I feel like I'm learning a lot actually.
I'm
you know?
done.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I love
I-
learning about the whole
I
DJ
literally
world.
am like
'cause
staring at you like really inspired. I don't know if you noticed. I've just been like, I've got like heart eyes in my eyes.
Well, I love you too. So it's like,
All right, so we're now coming to the roundup of our influencer X. So basically, this is just a quick fire round. Well, I'm going to say some sentences, and you have to say whether they're an ick or
Yeah,
not.
quick fire.
Yeah. So using the word slay or yas.
oh my God, I do it all the fucking time.
Yes,
so not
so
an
do I.
Slay, I can't stop saying slay.
I love it. I'm like, yes.
I got told the other day because I was saying yes, and someone literally, I think it was my sister, she was like, that's so gross. I was like, no, I can't be this old already.
No, I
That's
must be
horrible.
an ick. I'm a walking ick if that's an
Honestly,
ick.
no, I say it, and some people do look at me like, and I'm like, slay. Like,
Honestly, it's cute. I love
it's
it
cute.
all the time. I love it.
Oh, I love that. Okay. People that gatekeep their products so you can click on their link. I'm thinking about fashion influencers when they're on their story or they posted something and they say, "Oh, you got to click on my bio to get the link," and
that
it's not
pisses
like
me off.
tagged anywhere.
It's just like, what's your fucking job? Just put it up.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Like, that's
Yeah.
awful.
I do
it a lot.
agree actually. When you have to like move across to like click the link, I'm just like, I want to see what it is right now.
Just, I want to see
I know.
it.
Why
It's,
so mysterious?
it's like, you know, at the
mysterious.
end, like when
Don't
food
make me
bloggers do
mysterious,
like the
babe. Yeah.
location will be revealed at the end. You know what?
sorry, I
Jokes on
actually
you.
do that.
Stop it. Stop it. No, because all that happens.
To be fair, sometimes it's actually really weird. So sometimes I
Not
do
you
that.
defending it.
No.
Don't.
No, I just think it's just so funny. So I sometimes do videos and I put the location at the end.
Yeah.
Fair. I do put it in the caption too.
Yeah.
But then I get comments being like, "Where is this? Where is this?" And I'm like,
But this is
it's
what I
literally-
mean.
But why don't they just watch the video?
No, because they don't want to. They want to know what the location
Rude.
is. No,
Just watch
so
my
this,
video.
This is the thing, though. So if someone just puts the location out, I'm like, thank you, and I will watch your video. If you say, if
Really?
you say I have to do something, toxic trait,
yeah.
I will be like,
Okay, that's actually good to know. I
Yeah.
will think about that.
because if not, like,
You
see
might
how
have to
now,
like test and trial this.
I think,
I
yeah,
just think the ones where, for example, when I'm scrolling through my feed, I agree with you. When I see
Yeah.
the location, I'm like, great. Like, I'll look at what it's like and like click through. But when I have to wait to the end, it is like annoying. But then at the same time, they've made me watch the video. So for them, it's
that's the
like,
thing. I won't always watch it, or I will literally go scroll over to the end, which means you don't even get the view anyway.
oh, true.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Cheeky.
That's what I do.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you can't skip, or can you now?
I mean, you can on TikTok for sure.
Yeah, you can
On
like fast forward.
Instagram, sometimes. And
Sometimes I can.
Yeah, people. That is funny. Actually, people do.
Yeah.
People do that.
so, you know.
Okay.
But we love your videos, so it's fine.
Thank you. We don't watch them, do you?
I literally just like dug myself a hole and I'm trying to get out, but Ashley's like, stay down there.
Oh dear. Okay. So at the start of a video, and then the creator says, "I know you guys have been wondering where I am." I always think about this. I'm like, no one cares.
Yeah, but I was not wondering.
No, but you see how I said like at the beginning of my like career I was icky. Like I used to do stuff like that. Like, I know you guys have been wondering what I done.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I used to do like YouTube and stuff, and like I would like go missing because of the fact I was busy with other stuff, and I would do. Oh my god, it's awful. I do videos like, sorry, I haven't posted in a while. These times probably like 5 people.
I do that as well. And I'm like,
I feel like everyone does that, but every time I watch a video, I'm like, I don't care.
I didn't notice.
I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. When people say yo, yo, that's it.
I mean,
Ick or no ick? I'm gonna say no ick.
I don't know.
I say this.
You say it.
I say it sometimes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why do you yo? Are you Will Smith? Like, what are you yelling at?
I just need to not do it anymore.
I feel like if that's your thing, but I don't yo.
No,
I don't know either.
Yeah, that's not cool, guys.
I feel like you're just reading things that you do.
Just trying to find out.
What's out if she's an ick? Like,
Oh gosh. Okay. This is so rogue and so off topic, but fussy eaters was on this list.
if you've got allergies, not an ick. But if you don't have allergies and you're just being a baby at your big age, like, you need to just stop.
Yeah.
I get the fact you have preferences, but just
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I find it
embrace
really
it.
difficult to like sometimes go out and people are fussy. I'm like,
just why?
or just like not wanting. Like, I like to go to a restaurant, order lots of them to
Yeah.
share.
Try.
Like, I won't eat
taste.
everything, fine, but like
Yeah.
I, don't be like super picky.
Yeah.
I
Super
can't share
picky.
food.
No, not on a rom-com. We don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. Yeah. You're an adult now. Okay. So this is going back to the YouTube thing. When they say they'll insert a picture like up here, but they never do. Do you get that?
Massive. Like, I hate that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because I'm
just,
like, where's the picture?
Yeah,
I just
wait,
want to click.
who
It's
does
like,
that
surely-
though?
Oh, I've seen that a
I've
lot.
never seen that. Everyone always inserts the picture and the stuff.
Most
Like,
of the
No.
time they do, but sometimes they just like, I'm like, you obviously
Sometimes I
watched
think-
your video or
yeah.
edited it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
That is an ick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that on purpose and at you guys.
It's just like
Here's the
really
picture when I
intense.
first
But
started
then it makes
DJing.
everyone comment or like whatever, like, where's the picture? Where's the picture?
Okay. When an influencer acts really different from the persona they present online.
Oh,
have you?
that
You
is
must
like-
have met so many people like
So
that.
there's so many. This is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. This is why I actually don't mind not being like an influencer per se, because I feel like DJs are very much themselves on and off stage. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's very rare that someone can kind of like fake being happy to be there as a DJ.
Yeah.
Most of the time, maybe they're a bit more introverted, but I think that's just personality and that's okay. Influencers all need fucking BAFTAs because like some of them are like so friendly, and then when you see them, and here are you, and I'm like,
Yes,
oh
yes.
my god,
Ooh, yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? Like, who are you, babes?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And,
And it's
you've
like-
been like DMing or like talking
Like,
as well.
to be fair, it's either like you've seen them at other events, so you kind of know of each other and everything
Yeah.
like that, and they'll come with like a different energy, and it's like, or they think they're the shit, and then they see your page and see that, you know, you're not doing too bad, and they'll be like, oh, it's you, how are you, babes? And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Oh.
Yeah.
weirdos.
Oh.
Absolutely weird.
No, it's funny.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Not good.
Icks.
Oh.
Icks, icks, icks.
Okay. When influencers don't respond to comments.
It depends how much time we have. I've only started doing that because of the fact that someone said it was good for my algorithm, but I didn't
Yeah.
always, because I just didn't have a lot of
Takes
time to go through it
time.
all.
Yeah.
Takes
I'm like,
time.
I totally understand the creator's got a life.
Yeah.
They're living a life. They can't respond to like 100 different comments underneath it.
And sometimes people just put
Post.
emojis like
It's so
and then
hard
we're
to
just
reply.
putting
because
emoji
I
wall.
also feel like if I start commenting back, I mean, I know mine's a bit different. It's all about the food, right? But
Yeah.
if they start commenting, I feel like I either have to reply to them all or like a few. Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like, why am I picking? I don't know. It just feels a bit like mean.
I just pick the
So-
best ones, to be honest, and then I
Yeah.
reply to them, or I like
Or I do a few and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, sorry.
I
I'm
give
busy
myself
now.
maybe the first like
Yeah.
10 minutes of posting, and anyone who's like done it in the first 10, I will reply back, and then after that, not unless it's something amazing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just leave it.
Okay. This is going to call us out. Like, well, maybe
Ooh.
not. Liking your own posts.
I save my own post
You save your own posts.
because I
yeah.
heard that if you save it, it basically pushes you up on the algorithm.
Ooh, on your own post.
Yeah, so that's just a top tip that I
Yeah.
got told when I had a meeting with Instagram.
Oh,
That's
So-
good. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I would say I like my own posts on my other account. Like on my main account. And because it just will come up and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll like it. Who's that?
who is this baddie? Is it me? No.
I won't like actively like go on it, do you know what I mean, and like it. It's just like it will come up and I'm like, oh,
Whatever, you log on to it. And you're like,
exactly. If it comes up on my other account on the feed, you know, I'm like, okay, you're wanting me to do something here.
how could I not like you?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
come on.
Okay. Last one is when influencers say they're obsessed with something, but they always say it. Every time they have something, they're like, oh my God, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
I say it all the time.
I say it
I'm
all the time as well. It's
Yeah.
actually not good. There
Yeah.
was like a big backlash.
That's fine.
actually.
It's not an ick then.
Not in it.
Yeah.
This is. Yeah, well,
yeah.
I don't think so. Apart from, I think most of them are just personality things.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's okay. We're fine.
Yeah, well, that is the end of our quickfire round, and also the end of our podcast.
oh, this has been so lovely,
It's
guys.
been so much fun having you
Honestly.
So great to have you, and then more about your influencer life, and then your DJ
know.
career.
on. Yeah, where can people find you actually?
Yeah, if you
yeah.
wanna
Yeah.
Plug myself.
plug yourself.
So find me everywhere. I'm joking. No, find me on Instagram and on TikTok with just Shalishah Kay, my name. And also on SoundCloud as well if you guys want to listen to my mixes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Same name, Shalishah Kay. And like, yeah, I've got like a couple mixes I need to put up there. But yeah, you guys
Nice.
can
Have you got
enjoy.
any like gigs or stuff coming up?
Oh my God, I'm really excited. I'm going to be in Cyprus end of this month DJing,
Amazing. Yeah.
doing a couple parties and beach parties for Vice, like one of my friends' events companies. So I'm really excited. My tickets just got sent to me. So
Amazing.
We're going.
You're going.
Amazing. That's sick.
bikini life.
Amazing.
It should be quite fun, yeah.
Super fun.
No, thank you so much.
thank
for
you so
coming on.
much.
This has been great. And stay tuned for our next episode, guys.